So I know while looking through the faces I have in front of me, that a good number of you have been making use of the invitation, which is merely like a mirror, you know, it's like a mirror that is reflecting what you are already. It's not that you're going to go into this magic mirror and get something. It's simply reflecting that which is timeless within you, you see? And yes. So let's put it this way. For those of you who have been using the inquiry, and for those who perhaps are new to it, but the result, if you are earnestly present, will be the same, as a matter of fact. They are not really grades of awakening. What happens is that when we come to that seeing, it's just some become much more deeply established in it, because they persist, because the mind, expect that the mind will keep rocking in and out. But the amazing thing is that this rocking, if you don't identify with it, becomes also something very perceivable and separate from your place of seeing. And it's the place of seeing that is the most important. This is your way home. You see? So, the man who I was talking with also before, I don't remember his name. It's Gautam, Gautam, of course. How can I forget Gautam? Unless he's only in the mind. So, Gautam, also, you also, let's see if we can look together now also. No? We can do that. Along with Sweta. Okay. So, it's so simple. Before we can get into that place of deeper recognition, I will just ask you to cooperate. To what I'm asking is very, very simple guidance. After which, the simple guidance is only to empty the beingness, as it were, the mind and beingness, and very, very simple. To empty it. I'm going to show you how, and after that, when you're empty, I can just ask you some simple questions, so that you can be looking from your right place. I'm going to ask you first of all simply to just leave aside whatever it is to do with past, memory, and so on, about past and so on. So anything that come up in memory about the past and so on, you're not going to need this. You will not need this anyway if you are searching for freedom for a moment. You don't need any data from the past. That's what I mean. I'm not saying that you have to go and throw it away somewhere. All I'm asking is that for the short duration of this time that we have now together, that you just leave those things for the moment aside. When we are finished, you can pick them up again. So we are not doing any brutal work. Just saying some very simple thing that is achievable for everyone. So whatever is belonging to past, including up to the very last sentence, last moment, last whatever, just leave that aside for now. And you can do it, you see. It's not difficult. It's the power of your intention and your attention. So everything of past, just leave it. So as anything such as what you have done in your life, how much meditation you have done, where you have traveled to, how many books you have read, how many masters you have seen, you know, who you take yourself to be, just leave these aside for now. Be empty of them. You know. We don't need to do full concentration about that. They just say, I have your attention. I just need to have your attention for a moment. So everything of the past. Okay? And then on the other side, everything to do with the future, like your desires, your aspiration, what you'd like to be, or how you love to see the world, what you wish for, like this. So all those thoughts to do with what you intend, what you'd like to become, including even enlightenment. Okay, I say it again, including even enlightenment. So any desire from small to the biggest for a moment, empty the mind of them just for this short time. And as I said before, at the end of the exercise, of course you can go back. You see? So leave them aside for now. Simple enough. Again, anything of past, memories, things that have happened to you, good or bad, all these things, anything about your identity, who you take yourself to be, and all of these things, your record, your history, your biography, just leave aside for now. Just empty the mind of that for a moment, because you will need to do this for the moment with me. And anything to do with the future, your intentions, your aspirations or goals, all your dreams, and so on, just for the moment, just to leave that aside for now. Then we come to present moment. Present moment. So even in the present moment, okay, whatever might be present with you, like, okay, where are we going? Where are we going with this and stuff like this? That also don't engage. Like, okay, what are we going to get out of this exercise? What is Mooji guiding me to do? So don't engage with any thought whatsoever, or memory, or drift off in feelings, because it's been such a habit, you see. Okay? Now, even to come so far as to follow my words inside your heart and to say, yes, from the past, okay, leave that. I won't talk to Mooji today about what has happened to me in the past and how I came on my journey. I don't want to know. It's not important. And in the future, such as, I hope to really wake up so that I can become a teacher, or my children, my family will improve. So all your intentions, even the most noble of intentions, just leave aside for now. And all can do this, I know. All can do it. Leave that aside. And even the present moment, any anticipation, any expectation, such as, yes, I really, I'm really present. What's next? What's next? Leave everything. So really empty, you see. And as you do this, already this is tremendous if you're able to. And I'm not asking you to do something now for a very long time. Just for the duration of this time that I have you here in front of me, leave all your mental intentions, memory, ideas of self, of the world, everything, the news, the blues, everything, just leave everything alone. So, like that. That is already wonderful for me. Now, if you could imagine that everything that was contained within your consciousness, in your being or mind or identity, if everything could be taken out one by one like this, or in heaps taken out, everything that is perceivable, every event was taken out now, there will remain here whatever that is that remains, that cannot be taken out, cannot be removed. You're with me. Everything to do with that you could put down in writing or tell by your mouth or with memory, we are leaving that aside. I'm already very pleased that you're able to do that, and you are able to do it. Of the past, of future, and even in the present, not holding any shape or any intention, the highest of which would be, I want to be awake, and so on. So no identity also. Leave that aside for now. And you see, somehow, you're still very, very much present. I can't take out the sense of presence. You're here. Something is here without past or future or concerns about the present. Okay? All these have been left aside. now you see there's not a black hole. This is the first thing you come to see. If I remove the past and future and present, then there must only have now black hole. Black hole. Say no, black hole is also something perceivable. You can see that any kind of black hole is also not what's here. You see? Now, I want to, having come to this point with you, I just want to check in with you on something. So I'm just going to ask some simple questions, and you yourself must respond yes or no. So we're not going to talk, we're not going to have a debate. I just want to check in with you. If you have followed me so far, just want to check in. Whatever remains that you have left past and future and present, whatever remain, whatever is here by itself, is it being supported by anything at all? Whatever it is, we're not going to put a name to it. Sometimes I just call it the what is. Whatever is here. Did you create this? You're simply here. You're simply aware. Whatever it is that's here. Is it an object of any sort? No, it's not an object. So therefore it has no shape. Does it have any size? Just what is here? Does it have any size at all? Does it have any limits or boundaries beyond which it does not exist anymore? I have to check in with you, see, to see if you're really present with me. See? Yeah. You don't have to speak. You just have to be following. Okay? Whatever is here. Okay? I ask you if it is an object. You say it's not an object. I ask you, does it have any limitations, any boundaries beyond which it does not exist? I'm watching your head. You can simply shake your head or nod if you want. You say, there's no boundaries to it. There's no boundaries to it. Is it merely, is it a mood that you're experiencing or a feeling? Is it a mood or a feeling? No, it's not a mood. Not a mood. May I ask you, can it come and go? Just stay as you are. Don't create. Don't imagine. You're pure looking, pure seeing. Did it arrive? And can it depart? That which you are aware of now. No. No, it cannot. May I ask you, can it fade? That which you are aware of. Look. It's not an object. It has no size. It has no limits. Can it fade? So that at the end of this exercise you say, oh, Mooji, it's not here anymore, it's gone away. Or if you had to travel from one place to another place, you say, it was really strong in India, but now that I'm in Mexico, it's not here anymore. Can it be anything like that? No. It cannot. Okay. Very good so far. Very good. May I ask you, that which you are aware of, that whatever is here, can it become sick or depressed in any way? I'll give you a few moments with this. Can it be sick or depressed? You see? See, already I see that you are very present, because you have to be present with this, you see. Somehow you're here. In this space, whatever, of perceiving, I ask you, can it be sick? Can it get depressed? You say, no, it cannot be. And don't drift away. Don't be imagining, because you have already said there's no image to it. Okay? Can it belong to one group of people and not to another group? Is it exclusive in one way, or is it unbound? Yes. Like this. Is there any fear or judgment in it? You see, I can ask you these questions now. Yeah? And you don't have to take time to think. Can it be produced by thought? Can it be affected by thought? I'm looking for your verification, you see. Can it be affected by thought? No. You have already said it's not a mood. It's not a shape. Does it have any weight? Does it have any weight? No. Was it born or created? Look what kind of questions I'm asking you. I don't think the scientists can answer this question. I'm asking you directly now. Did you create it? Was it created? Was it born? And can it die or come to an end? Stay with it, stay where you are, seeing. Can it come to an end? No. Cannot come to an end. Can the mind exist outside of it? Can the play of mind and thought exist independent of it? Can it exist at all without it? May I ask you, if it's possible, I can say like this, are you in a state of hypnosis at the moment? No. Clear, sober seeing. Does it have any opinions or preferences? Does it have any judgments? No. Is it particularly religious or political or any of these type of modes of ways? No. May I ask you, how apart, is there any distance, such as a distance between whatever this is and yourself? How will you get there? Is it someplace you can get to or separate from? Is it being perceived through some vision? Are you imagining something? Are you creating anything at all? Is it personal? Then I think I asked you before, was it born? I asked you, can it die or end? Are these outrageous questions to be asking a regular human being? How can they know such thing? So let's just recap. You see, I ask you, is it an object? You say, no, it's not an object. Not an object. I say, is it a mood or a feeling? I say, no, it's not mood, not feeling. I ask, is it, how big is it? Is it so big and it has a boundary beyond which it ends? It's no more. You say, no, it's not like that. I ask you, can it be sick or depressed? You say, no, it cannot be sick or depressed. I said, did it have a beginning? Was it born? Can it die? You say, no, it cannot. It wasn't born. Didn't have a start. Can it end? No, not like that. Then I ask, what else I ask? I said to you, can it fade? Fade. Is it like a nice feeling now? And then I go walking, I meet someone, and it's gone. It's gone. And if it's gone, where can it go? You said before it's infinite, it has no limits. Can it fade? Can it be lost? Can it be lost? Nobody has ever asked you these kind of questions, nor have you put them to yourself. Can it be lost, you see? No, it cannot be lost. Does it judge? Does it say, these people, they don't deserve me, and this one? Does it have any opinions? Then I ask you what? What does it take to get to it? How much distance between you and it? Is there any such thing? You say, no, there's no distance. Is there anywhere where it is not? Do you need some time to go and research it? So if your responses are as I'm seeing you indicate, that it's not something that you can touch, or it's not a shape, it's not a mood, it's not a feeling, it was not born, it cannot die. If I ask you, how old is it? Is there some place where it is weak and another place it is strong? And then I ask you, what must you do to reach it? Is it to the left or to the right, or are you near it or far? You say none of those things. So therefore I can summarize that if all these things are as you say, what you are directly experiencing is yourself, what I call the self. It's not an object. Is it male or female? What you are in direct experience of is the self. It's not apart from you. Therefore, it's your non-dual reality. It is self-aware. Can it be lost? Can it be owned? Does it need something to look after it? Can it suffer? So this, I point, this is your true nature. Does it have a reputation? A specific race? Is it a belief system? So, that's it. End of exercise. Try to throw it away. Try to not be aware of it. This is your true place of experiencing. The rest is the play of mind, the sky, the clouds, the passing show of this and thatness is perceived through the body-mind dancing. Personal identity also is perceived here. Can that impact upon this? Can it distort this? To whom does this belong? Who is the owner of this? From here you can see whatever it is that appears within the mind or the body or the world is instantly perceived. And it does not suffer from any impact of any feeling or thought itself. Then I ask you, is it dead? Is it dead? Can you even put it in the category of dead or alive even? It's beyond all interrelated opposites, and yet ever present, constant, effortless, pure, indivisible, unending, beyond all qualities. Is it personal? And where are the responses to these coming from? What is it that is responding to these questions? Is that apart from it? So I say, the exercise, invitation to freedom, is finished. Okay? Can this finish? Did the invitation to freedom give you this? Or simply reveal this as the ever-present constant? Is it a disappointing discovery? Can it be described as having this form or that form? All these things that appear in the space of consciousness, appearing, disappearing, coming and going, and perceived to be coming and going. What do they do to this? Is it boring? Pay attention. Is it boring? Disappointing? Oh my God. Is this what it's all about? Now you are at peace. Are you practicing peace? What technique does it require to be this? And yet, the mind energy will come, the sense of person comes up, and somehow it's as though a personal identity is recreated and plays with time and past and desire and identity and so on, plays out in the presence of this. I gave another simple exercise. Now is good time to do. If I move my hand like this, I move my hand like this. Huh? Okay? Is my awareness moving about like this? The hand is moving, look. Is my awareness moving about? No. Let's add something. My attention is moving about also. My attention is moving. Is my awareness moving? So this awareness itself is ever present. It's not moving about. This, if you follow, this is food for everybody. I would like to know of these hands that are up, how relevant are your questions if you have really paid attention here? What unfinished business? So I'm going to go first of all to, I see one hand up there, still holding hand up there. Sangeeta, you tell me now what you have to tell me now. Mm-hmm.
Baba, thank you.
Yes.
How do I stay in this experience forever?
Okay. I'll answer this straight away.
Out of it.
Yes.
And not come out of it for anything. I don't want to experience anything. Nothing of enlightenment. Nothing I want to experience. I just want to remain in that forever and burn this identity completely. No ashes remain.
Okay. How are you staying in it now?
Right now, I can feel I'm in that, but it happens so that most of the time, in and out of it.
Is there a you? Is there a you independent of it? Slow down, slow down. That which is the discovery. What is discovering it? Is it something other than itself that is discovering it? That which is discovered now, yes. It's a good point. You ask, how can I stay?
I can feel everything happens in that, and that is the stage where everything is happening.
Yes.
But I want to remain in that state forever, permanently.
Okay. So at this moment, are you separate from this state, let's call it? It's two things. Is it? Don't go to your mind too much about this. It is a very important point. It's a very important point being made on both sides now. You say, I want to stay in it. And it's a question I understand. I want to stay in it, don't want to stay in it, you see. So this I that wants to stay in it, the I that wants to stay in it, is different from it. Is true or not? Or is it one with it?
Yes.
Yes, what?
No, I can see there is my identity also.
Yes.
But there is a...
What is seeing identity? Slow down, slow down. This is food for everybody here. What is perceiving identity? Is not identity also like a cloud floating in this space? Identity, because it's a strong word. It's a strong word because identity what was shaped inside this infinite space. You know, somehow it adopted the body as its home, and this idea I am this person seems very natural to us. I am this person. I've been studying, I'm practicing spirituality, you know, I'm doing this exercise with MOOJI, and now I see it. Yes, I see it. How can I stay here? So it's a very important question for everybody. How can I stay here? So I ask you, how are you staying here now? By what sadhana are you staying here now? By what exercise are you staying here? Are you...
You brought me into it right now. I can be there, but I want to be there permanently. I don't want to go out of it.
Yes, you being what? I have time.
That exercise, what we underwent just now.
The exercise is exercise. Yes, exercise. Okay, I call the exercise like a mirror. I sometimes say it's the mirror of God, like this, no? Okay, you said an exercise has been done, and the exercise has been done by yourself being, just try and identify what you mean by yourself now. Slowly we can go.
The identity of me, my name, my body, it is, I can see it there. It is not gone. It is still there. How do I remove that?
Well, why don't you just see it rather than try to remove it? Because the minute you try to remove it, you take on another identity as a remover of that. Why don't you just see the play of identity, just like the world and everything is appearing in that space? The space itself is not troubled by it, but something has to happen, is that there needs to be a staying with this seeing, staying with it. It's not like you arrived, you know, in Delhi. It's not like a place you arrived in. You see, it's not a place that you went to, because I say it is infinite, isn't it? You say, but you, the sense of myself, I've been doing this exercise, and what did you find? Is it different from you? You said, no. I asked you how much distance to get to it. You said, there's no distance. I conclude, well, actually, this must be your own self. Then you say, but how can I stay here? Have you been able to stay in your person constantly? Is your person a constant?
I didn't understand.
Your sense of your person. You say, how can I stay here? You see, the one who wants to stay here, is this one constant?
No.
No, it keeps changing shape.
The separate self, the identity, what I have about myself, keeps changing.
Yes.
I can see that it...
Yes. What is it that's recognized is the changing? Is that changing?
No. The inner self is not changing.
Yes.
So I want to stay there forever.
So if you are the inner self or not?
I am that, but this identity, the separate self, is very torturing.
Yes, that's good. Okay, thank you. So that separate self is going to keep coming into the picture. It's like a function of the mind as person. It comes in, and when it comes in, it has the power to pull out of from the infinite the shape of a personal identity. When that personal identity comes into play, it's as though what you are seeing now is veiled. It appears like this, okay? And then you feel, oh, I've lost it. I need to do this exercise again. I'm so separated. And you see, you're speaking again as your mind. And that's fine for the moment, okay? I'm simply asking you, now you can see that that is a play that happened, but you are able to see that. Yes or no? That the person sense comes and the person sense goes, isn't it?
Yes.
Can you or not see it?
It comes in.
You can see.
I can see that it comes and goes.
Yes. That which sees the coming and the going of the person, is that the same as the person or different from person?
Different.
Yes. And what is that? From where are you seeing the person coming in and going? It's from the same place here. That you must honor by looking and saying, wait a second, all that is appearing in me, thoughts and feelings, imagination, all of these are perceived. They come and they go. I cannot be them, including my personality, because if I was anything that I'm perceiving, including my personality, when it changes or goes, I would also go. But I'm here to witness the coming and going of it. What can I be? So this is your practice, you see, to remember, this illusion keeps happening, this delusion keeps happening, where the old idea of self comes and it pulls attention, and somewhere in that moment, identification happens with it strongly, and in the moment of the identification gets fixed, what I am now seems blurred, like it's gone, a seeming. Each time that is recovered, like, whoa, but that also can be seen. Where are you? In the instant you see, but that's also just a kind of some kind of dream, something happened. I kind of got hypnotized for a moment, and I believed I'm this again. I'm back into the soup of my person again, and instantly it's recognized. And where are you? Did you travel back to this? So this you are seeing now. I can see from your smiling that you're seeing, you're catching yourself becoming your identity. And that is at the very crux of this exercise, that you have now discovered that which is unchanging. It is not that is saying, but I keep going back into my person. It's some play of Maya that creates this feeling, oh yeah, but I'm now all back in my mind. And that will happen for a while. But more and more, as you confirm your real place, that is called stabilizing in the truth. And as you keep doing this, the tendency to get pulled into or to become hypnotized by the mind flow will lessen and lessen and lessen. And that is called stabilizing in the self.
Thank you. Can you use your grace and help us to overcome this fight with the identity?
It is at your disposal right now. It is with you. The self, the grace of God brought us into this exercise of looking and is with you, because it is you until you realize that it is not different from you. This play of duality and personhood has been going on for a long time, maybe lifetimes. But this life is your auspicious opportunity of waking up to that.
Thank you.
You see?
Thank you.
But I'm happy that you asked the question, because then the sense, being convinced again that the mind play is more real. I say, no, it is persistent, but that is not evidence of its reality. It's only because of the habit of doing that. Now, that habit is changing. Let your habit be to check it out, you see. Oh, look, but wait a minute, that is also seen. And from where is it being seen? And don't make it into a mental exercise. Your seeing is just your seeing. When you look in the mirror does not give you an opinion. It simply reflects. And in your looking, you're simply seeing. But yes. And in the instant of seeing, the whole thing collapses, you see. The power of it, the influence of it, the delusion, everything collapses in that moment. Okay? Then sometimes the mind goes, how can I stay like this again? And then you pick up that thought and you become the one trying to stay like this again. It's very subtle. But however subtle...
It's very cunning also.
Yes. But can anything be cunning for the self? What does cunning mean for this? Yes, you see, it's very cunning when somehow the possibility of going into identity is still alive in you. It's how it plays like that. And then from one moment, a simple twist, like a reflex, and you're back again into the forest of personhood and struggling and so on. And again, you're reminded, boom, and again, whoa, what was that? You see, more and more this will come. Don't give up and don't be disappointed. You're waking up. That's why it's called awakening. Meaning each time you go into identity, you go to sleep. And we imagine all kinds of things. And then that becomes your reality. Whatever we believe becomes our experience. You believe it into existence and it becomes your experience. But now you have the highest place you're looking from. You see? And so the what I may call the affection for the person, which I'm going to call the affection for the infection, okay? The infection being the personal identity, is being caught more and more. Yeah, catch more and more. You catch it. And as you catch it, in the instant you catch it, what do you have to do? Answer now.
Just watch it without any good or bad judgment.
Yes. Yes. And how long you're going to keep watching it, or you simply clarify this is not true, and then its power is broken. Then it comes again. Also, you develop the habit of simply paying attention to yourself. It's not a duality. You may call it self-aware of somehow. But when the mind comes, it gives you the opportunity to exercise your discernment. So don't don't complain. Oh, the mind has come again, because that itself is playing the mind. Just stay with it, you see. It's the most fruitful of exercises. Stay with it. And as you stay with it, you stabilize in your seeing. Very good.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, my love. Thank you. Very good.
I'm so happy that I could attend this meeting today. Thank you. I'm thankful to everybody who organized this.
Yes, yes. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. So wonderful. So wonderful.